In 2003, I was led on a spiritual journey. Throughout this mysterious journey, I felt compelled to create many unusual art pieces. Many of these art pieces are featured in this video. Also featured are pieces of nature that form completely on their own. I created these art pieces from bits and pieces of nature that I obsessively collected. That is flowers, fanned palm trees, leaves, and seeds, and anything else that caught my eye. I used fruits and vegetables in my art pieces, like the banana birds. This mysterious journey began one morning in March 2003. I was drawn to a baby pine cone in a pine tree on the campus where I worked. This looks like a termite, I thought. Termites were on my mind as I was writing a children's article on termites for my preschool students. I'll build a royal termite mound to accompany my article and to use as a visual, I thought. This pine cone marked the beginning of awareness and a view of nature I had never known existed. Balls of sycamore seeds crushed under my feet to expose a nest of teeny tiny hummingbirds. Suddenly, hibiscus flowers looked like girl fairies with ruffled dresses and curly bonnets. Eucalyptus caps looked like hats, and I thought of boy fairies with shaggy hair. I obsessively painted, glittered, and glued my collection of nature. I created a tiny queen and king of termites using many sparkling rhinestones. While I was determined to work on creating only a termite mound, I was continuously distracted and pulled into another direction. I was creating art pieces that were completely unrelated to a termite mound. I was confused by all the distractions and wondered where this journey was taking me. The spiritual nature of this journey was revealed to me when I discovered that two small pieces of celery tops had naturally dried into a male and a female figure. The male had two indented eyes and a beard. I would later feel that this figure would represent Jesus. The female figure wore a gown and appeared to be covering her eyes with her tiny fingers. The Catholic prayer, Hail, Holy Queen, repeatedly came to mind. I then realized one of my art pieces was the Valley of Tears. The female figure was Mary, and she was mourning and weeping for the suffering of God's children. I also realized that I had built a boat and then a stagecoach using a large palm pod, which I painted and varnished and affixed religious pictures to. I would later find out that this stagecoach had a very special purpose. Also spiritual was the natural formation of more celery. The telephone celery and the celery that dried into a kneeling position. I discovered celery formed into the full body of Jesus in a similar position as he was nailed to the cross. Wow. I painted only the loincloth on him. I was surprised to find droplets of yellow paint formed into St. Anthony carrying baby Jesus. I decorated the round perimeter. Throughout this journey, I was drawn to roses of every color. At some point, I thought about a garden of roses. There was a dark side to this journey. I saw twigs as serpents glaring at me, with distorted faces and black thorns and black branches on rose bushes. Evil came to my mind. I then painted a leaflet of St. Michael, the archangel, stomping on Satan. I painted many black creatures and glued them to a satanic throne, the base of which was a large palm. I thought about a garden of evil. Good versus evil became my theme for many of my art pieces. There are messages, documentation, more art pieces, and more photos that are not included in this video, but are a part of this amazing journey.